So, how many of you heard about our beloved super mayor, Tiffany Henyard? That's right. That's right. As the Pink Book lessons would say, the city girl mayor. How many of y'all heard about her? Well, we got some news about the super mayor. Check out what just happened to Miss Super Mayor herself.
Residents are ready for a change. Tiffany Henyard has been voted out of the mayor's office.
Joni joins us now with details on this major defeat for Tiffany Henyard. Joni, good morning.
Good morning. Dalton voters, they handed Mayor Tiffany Henyard the defeat and victory to the challenger, Jason House, who will move on to the general election. House won 88% of the vote in what was a bigger turnout than the last election 4 years ago. Now, Mayor Tiffany Henyard yesterday predicted a landslide, but it went the other way. She has been under investigation by the FBI. The Board of Trustees hired Lori Lightfoot to look into the village's finances. Yet Henyard kept her confidence when she visited the polls. Jason House promised more transparency in Dalton and said that the results represent a new future for the village. But Henyard said, don't count her out.
If you don't win, what are you going to do?
I might run for something bigger. You never know. We're not going to talk about that till we get the results, but I am confident that I will have a landslide this evening. My residents do love me despite fake news not showing the good that I do in the community, because I do a ton of good. But y'all just painted me as bad news for 4 years.
We faced 4 years of intimidation, 4 years of failure, and tonight is the new day for the community as a whole.
And Mayor Henyard apparently didn't show up last night after the results were in. Jason House, he will face independent candidate Cassandra Hobson-Jordan. That election is April 1st. Voter turnout for this election was about 24%, but 4 years ago it was under 10%. Reporting live in Dalton, I'm Joni Lum. Back to you.
All right.
Ooh-wee. That girl got primaried. Ooh-wee. And look, just so y'all know, she thought, she was like, you know what? I know what I'll do. Because look, me personally, I don't feel like this is enough. Like, they was missing like $3 million. Like, when they gonna Kwame Kilpatrick her? Like, when is she going to prison? That's what I want to know. When is she going to prison? But, you know, she thought she was going to be able to sway the public. For those of you that don't know, she's definitely a city girl mayor, because what she decided to do to try to get the public on her side, that's right.
I'm starving.
She made a video, y'all.
I'm starving the boy. I'm feeding the people. They put me in office and treat me like it's illegal to feed the people. To feed the people. I gave back to communities and I cleaned the streets up. I'm starving the boy. I'm feeding the people. They put me in office and treat me like it's illegal to feed the people. To feed my people. To feed my people. To feed my people. From Vegas to Chicago, I rode around in Tahoe.
Well, that look like you.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Ooh-wee. Oh, my God. It's like the gift that just keeps on giving. It's like the gift that she had a nerve to wrap that with a picture of Malcolm X. Bruh. Yo. This is not a real place, fam. This is not, yo, this is not what, look. To feed the people, to feed the people. Tiffany Henyard, you wouldn't have to feed the people if you wasn't stealing their money. Oh my God. Yo, she act like she a missionary in Africa or some shit. Like, yo, like she acts like she's a humanitarian with, you know, engaging in humanitarian efforts in some third world country. Yo, you're in the township, the village of Dalton, where people work and make money. That you wouldn't have to feed them with your little ghetto ratchet ass cookouts with the inflatable fun houses that you have for the kids. Like, niggas, stop falling for your goofy shit. Fake ass Nino Brown. Like, yo, at the end of the day, you wouldn't have to feed the people if you wasn't taking their money. Okay? We see what the hustle is. You take the people money and then you throw some little event where you give them some chicken wings and some curly fries, and they supposed to be happy with your leadership. Like, who the hell do you think you fooling? And by the way, hey, American B-Dub, guess what? Y'all got to take this L. Y'all got to take this L, like, for real. For real, for real. Like, I'm telling you right now, y'all's whole agenda is circling the drain. All of it. All of it, because you misrepresented. You misrepresented. I mean, shit, between Tiffany Henyard, Fannie Willis, Kamala Harris, like, y'all just done. Y'all just done. What's that other one? What's the other chick down there in Georgia? The one that looked like Patrice O'Neal. What's that chick's name? Y'all remember who I'm talking about? What is that chick's name down there in Georgia? The one that looked like Patrice O'Neal in the face. Stacey Abrams, thank you. You got Stacey Abrams, you got Tiffany Henyard, you got Fannie Willis, you got Kamala Harris, and you want to know what the most disturbing thing to me is? This is what annoys me more than anything in this world, is the gaslighting. And the people that fall for the gaslighting. You literally had people, look, when Kamala Harris, this entire time Kamala Harris has been in California and been in the public eye, nobody made a big deal about the pronunciation of her name. It wasn't until she started running for president that everybody started getting corrected on her name. Her name is Kamala. And then Fannie, look, my name is Fonnie. Like, I'm sorry to all you Negroes, but I went to school. I went to school. I was educated in a first world country. F-A-N-I spells Fannie, not Fonnie. I'm sorry. And I don't give a damn how many times she say it's Fonnie. I don't give a damn how many times you say it's Fonnie. I know how to pronounce words. That is spelled Fannie. Okay? And Kamala, K-A-M-A-L-A, that's how you pronounce that. Kamala would be C-O-M-A-L-A. Kamala. That would be Kamala. Okay? So I'm sorry. Sorry. You're not gonna play them games with me. We not doing this ghetto, ignorant, I'm gonna pronounce it the way I want to pronounce it. No, we're gonna pronounce it the way the English language states that we're supposed to pronounce it. You know, the English language, the language that you didn't invent. So since you didn't invent it, you can't tell people how to pronounce the words in it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. pure ridiculousness. But I just want to know when Tiffany Henyard is going to prison. That's what I want to know. I want to know when they're going to bring up, I want to know when they're going to bring up charges. That's what I want to know. Because it's obvious what she did. It's obvious what she did. And the fact that, you know, she hasn't been brought to any charges, that is disturbing. It's disturbing to say the least. She out here riding around in Tahoes, pretending to feed the people, making music videos. Like, bro, I've never seen nothing. So, yo, this is what she's doing, what she's been doing, right? Her showing up to the meeting dressed like Nino Brown with the little fake dog, right? Her having those little goofy events like she giving away turkeys at Thanksgiving like Nino Brown. All of the rest of her shenanigans, you feel me? The billboards, the flamboyantness, the over-the-top theatrics, you feel what I'm saying? Music videos, you feel me? And don't forget, I don't know if y'all saw that fight. Did y'all see that fist fight? Did y'all see that fist fight they had? Bruh, that is the literal definition of coonery and buffoonery. That is the literal definition of coonery and buffoonery. Period. Period. That fight was ridiculous, and I don't even think any of them went to jail. And she jumped in that fight. And she had to. You know what? I'm going to tell you right now. Go back and watch that video. The dude that was giving that speech was cooking her ass, bro. I'm talking about cooking her with fresh grease. They didn't have no choice but to fight. He was cooking her, bruh. I'm talking about the way he cooked her. I was like, whoo. I was like, bro, you might as well go ahead and throw some barbecue sauce on her. You got to get you one of them brushes and baste her down with some barbecue sauce, because he cooked the shit out of her, bruh. I don't know if y'all heard that. I don't know if y'all heard it when he did it. Bruh, he cooked her. You feel me? And look, if you haven't seen that video, go back and watch that video. Watch it in its entirety. Watch what he said from beginning to end. He cooked her. You hear me? He cooked. So, oh my God. I couldn't believe that. I said she made a music video. Sweet Jesus. Oh, and don't let me forget about Letitia James. Don't let me forget about Letitia James. Y'all just really out here representing. Y'all just really out here representing, man. Y'all look. I'm gonna tell you right now, the American B-Dub, like, like I don't even have to say anything. I don't even really have to say anything. All you gotta do is just look. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. But see, this is what happens. This is what happens when you have a group of people that don't have no respect for themselves. This is what happens. If they had respect for themselves, they wouldn't be engaging in the shenanigans that they engage in. Period. Fannie Willis would not have been sleeping with the attorney that she picked to run that case if she had any respect for herself. Straight up. Like, nobody's saying she can't have a boyfriend, but why would you have a boyfriend that's your coworker? You literally said before you became a district attorney or whatever you are, you said that people ain't supposed to be doing that. We saw it. We saw the interview. Before you got elected, you said that whoever's in that position shouldn't be sleeping with their coworkers. And then you went and did that. Tiffany Henyard, you're not supposed to be using the people's money to go. And I bet you any amount of money, Tiffany's a Democrat. I bet you any amount of money. And what do we see is the common thing with these women that are Democrats, right? Fannie Willis, Democrat. What was she doing? Using the people's money to do what? Go on trips. What was Tiffany Henyard doing? Using the people's money to what? Go on trips. It's the same crap. And this is the sad part. They think that they can hide behind being black. In other words, the moment somebody calls out their corruption, the first thing they say, you just trying to say that because I'm black. No, we're saying that because you're corrupt. That's the most dangerous thing in society today. Is the people that get into high positions that are black, that do things they know they're not supposed to do, and try to use the race card as their defense. When really all you're doing is you're screwing up black progress. That's all you're doing. That's all you're doing. All you're doing is screwing up black progress. And I tell you something else too. You're making racist white people right. That's what you're also doing. That's what you're also doing. Because every time you get caught up in these scandals, I guarantee you there's somebody that still has the mentality from the Jim Crow era, sitting at home watching TV saying, see, that's what happens right there when you let them get into a certain position. Look at what they do. Look at what they do. That's all you're doing. All you're doing is hurting black progress. That's all you're doing. And you brothers are allowing them to do it. And you know what? I can't even say you just allowing them to do it because you ain't no better. Look at that mayor up there in Chicago right now, whatever his name is. Look at him. Look at him. He has, you know what his approval rating is? 6%. 6%. 6 people approve of the mayor of Chicago. 6 people. You got 6 people that approve of the mayor of Chicago, and one of them is his mama. Oh my God, black people. Oh, Uncle Ruckus was right. Uncle Ruckus was right. When he said don't trust them new niggas over there, he was 100% right. He was 100% right. Don't trust them new niggas over there. Just once, I would like to see a brother or a sister get in a prestigious position and actually carry it with some dignity. You know what I'm saying? Actually carry it with some dignity and in class and integrity. Black folk used to do that. They used to do that. They used to do that. Nowadays, they just don't. Nowadays, they just don't. Like, you know what I think about the black community? The black community collectively needs a spanking from Big Mama. That's what they need. The black community as a collective needs a good old-fashioned spanking from Big Mama. That's what y'all niggas need, because that's all I see. All I see is a bunch of Negroes cutting up because Big Mama ain't home. That's all I see. That's all I see. That's all I see. Big Mama ain't home and Papa is at work. In fact, it's so bad now that I don't even think Big Mama can fix it. We might have to have Papa come in here. And you know how Papa is. He crazy. He ain't gonna spank you with a belt. He gonna pick up anything he can find. That's the problem. That's the problem. It's too many Negroes nowadays that's grown that didn't have a big mama, didn't have a papa. And the reason why I say big mama and papa is because if your mama didn't do what she was supposed to do in raising you, big mama would have had something to say about it. If your father didn't do what he was supposed to do in raising you, papa would have had something to say about it. That shit is important. You got too many Negroes that wasn't raised properly by their mother and their father, if their father was even there. And there's not a big enough generation gap between the grandparents and the parents. That's the problem. That's the problem. There ain't a big enough gap. There ain't a big enough gap. And that's what we dealing with right now today, especially when it comes to black folk. What we dealing with today is most of these Negroes didn't get enough spankings growing up. That's what their problem is. That's what their problem is. I guarantee you, these Negroes that's cutting up, if you would have asked them how many spankings they got growing up, they probably didn't get none. I bet you any amount of money. Because you know it. Look, the black folk that you see acting like they got some sense, I guarantee you they got toe up when they was kids. The ones that ain't got no sense, fear of God was never put in them. The fear of God was never, and I'm gonna tell you something right now. I can tell. I can look at a person's face and tell. I can look them in the face. I can look Tiffany Henyard in the face and tell you she probably ain't getting no spankings. None. She probably rarely ever got corrected. Because there's no way you would become a mayor and a supervisor of a town and act like that. There's no way. There's no way. If you had proper upbringing, there's no damn way you would get in a position like that and represent your people that poorly. There's no way. I'm sorry. There's no way. I got a cousin that's a mayor. He don't be doing all that foolishness. You don't be acting like that. You act like a decent human being. You act like a normal person. You don't be doing all that crazy shit. Shout out to Spitting Fire, said Elon needed to audit that city. Shaking my head. Facts. Shout out to the Lucid Experience. He said, speaking of B-Dubs, L's, Jasmine Crockett was caught on a mic answering the question, if you could speak to Elon Musk directly, what would you say? Yeah, we showed it at the beginning of the show. Shout out to TW, said, Pam Bondi coming for that ad real soon. Yeah. Shout out to Aki Aki. Said Brandon Johnson of Chicago need to be the next to go. I don't live nowhere near Chi-Town, and I'm sick of that guy. I hate that dude with a passion. You and a whole lot of people, fam. There's a whole lot of people that can't stand that Negro. Shout out to one Mike, said, AM, how long before the left finally abandons the B-Dubs? Well, they need them right now. They still need them. They still need them right now, but I feel like they're already abandoning them. I feel like they're already giving them the slow fade, but they're still keeping them around because they need them for certain things. You feel what I'm saying? They still need them to sit up on TV and complain about Trump being racist, because they themselves can't do that. The white people on the left and the Democrats that are white, they can't sit up there and call Trump racist. It wouldn't even make sense for them to do that, right? So they're still using, you know, these buck dancing, effeminate Negroes and these damn women, these city girl women that they got up here. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is. Shout out to Focus said there was a difference when they got whooped by mama and by daddy. Those daddy whoopings was the danger zone. You got that shit right. Shout out to Billy Nico said, Byron Donalds gives me hope. Great show. I was raised by silent generation grandparents, and looking back, my grandfather projected a different kind of masculinity, a blessing in disguise. Great show. Facts, man. Facts. Look, I was raised, you know, mostly by my grandmother, who was part of the greatest generation, but most of my uncles, you know, were either greatest generation or silent generation. And I can tell you right now that masculinity is different. It is a different type of masculinity. You feel what I'm saying? It was different, very different, and much needed in this day and age. Much needed in this day and age. But yo, we've been on here long enough, man. I appreciate all of you guys for tuning into the show. It's been one for the record books. Y'all already know what it is, man. I'm going to be back at you guys tomorrow, so be on the lookout for me. Make sure you guys go check out my book, available on Amazon. All you have to do is type The Angryman Standard in the search bar, and it will come up. If you want to check out the merchandise, you can click the link on the screen, or you can go to shopBinoNation.com. Again, that is shopBinoNation.com. But other than that, man, salute to everybody that came through. Shout out to our numerous sponsors tonight. I really appreciate you guys for showing love like that. Shout out to everybody that hit the like button, everybody that shared the stream, everybody that donated. I really appreciate y'all. But yo, I'll be back at you guys tomorrow. Holla at you later. Deuces.
Spartans! What is your profession?